Standing here at my father's grave, it brings back a certain reality which is something that we don't think about enough. The reality of death and the reality of ceasing to exist in this life anyway. We get overwhelmed by our problems. Sometimes we're overjoyed by our success, blinded by our desires and our goals and our ambitions and our dreams and our striving and struggling in this world. But we forget that this all will come to an end, and for some of us, it's going to be a big slap in the face. This reality, the reality of this reality is that it's a mirage, it's a dream, it's gonna come to an end, and then you realize, the hereafter is what was real. The hereafter, the Jannah, the Jahannam, the grave, all of these things, which is what was real. And nothing, we don't own anything in this world. Everything is temporary. Everything is so temporary that here, looking at my dad's grave, it's making me realize that look, this piece of land in Handsworth Cemetery is actually leased for 75 years. Like, we've paid for the lease, and the lease on the document is in my name. I mean, what is this? This is a hole in the ground which we have paid £2,500 or more or less, so that we can own the lease of this property. So after 75 years, this hole in the ground will no longer be ours. It won't belong to us. That hole will be dug up again and sold to someone else, given to someone else, I should say, for another 75 years. We don't even own our own graves, and even our families, even I don't own that grave. Ultimately, I don't own it, it's just leased, and I've got to give it back. Like the way we've got to go back to Allah, and we've got to give back to Allah, and be accountable to Allah for everything that we have, for all the blessings that we have, for all the blessings we've used and misused. But that doesn't mean that now, we just sit at home and give up on life and just be depressed all the time. No. The reality is that we need to still strive and struggle and make an effort, but never ever allow this dunya to enter into our hearts, make us so deluded, make us so obsessed with the achieving things in this life that we forget the ultimate achievement, which is Jannah, and we ultimately forget to strive for the Akhirah. May Allah give us the tawfiq, may Allah give me the tawfiq and all of us the ability to practice this and implement this in our lives and keep our hearts clean. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen.